Dun, dun, dun. The Don is back, baby. The Don is back. And he's back in business. Ooh, do we got something cooking for y'all today?
Yeah. 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 Oh man. Oh man. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys, with the whole Facebook and social media. A lot of changes coming down. You know about Twitter. What's going on with them? We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Cue the music. Okay, guys, welcome back. As you guys may know, Trump was banned from social media.
Oh, yes, he was. Yes, he was. Oh, and let's just say this, guys. It wasn't just social media. They basically booted this man from even trying to be able to touch the internet because keep in mind, guys, Facebook banned him, Twitter banned him, Instagram, they got him up out of here, and YouTube got him out. But not just these companies. It was also the masterminds behind it. So, for instance, AWS, Amazon Web Services, the company that allows these different, organizations to be able to run their internet, social media platform. What they say, we don't want Trump here either. We don't want him here either. And what did the Teflon Don do? He bounced right back. He said he got to cook up. He had to go into his little hole like Maine. And y'all see, he coming back, yo. He back for business. He back for blood. He about to expose people. So, yeah.
Yeah, guys. So, you see it on the screen. He's gonna launch a new social media service, Truth Social. Now, I can't lie to you guys, man. When it comes to like making any kind of business or service, you need a good name. I don't know how you got that one. That's a good name, man. Sweet, simple, straight to the point. Truth Social, and it has a lot of meaning behind it. Given Trump's whole thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his whole fake news. And that's crazy too with the whole fake news thing. This is perfect. He could easily be like, that's fake news. We got the truth. Hashtag truth.
It's almost too good to be true. How did he get that?
I don't know. But he a billionaire. He figured out some way to get this.
Hey, man. So these are the key points. Former President Donald Trump is launching his very own social media network in order to stand up to the tyranny of big tech. That's like the mission statement.
Yeah, that's the mission statement right there. That is the mission statement.
That is the mission statement, bro. Holy.
In fact, we can go read what Trump said real quick as to why he's making Truth Social. We might as well just go to it real quick, showing why he said he's making it. Okay. Yes, sir.
So President Donald J. Trump, the chairman of TMTG stands for
Trump Media and Technology Group, TMTG. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to put my Trump voice on. I created Truth Social and TMTG to stand up to the tyranny of big tech. We live in a world where the Taliban has a huge presence on Twitter, yet your favorite American president has been silenced. This is unacceptable. I am excited to send out my first truth on Truth Social very soon. TMTG was founded with a mission to give a voice to all. I'm excited to soon begin sharing my thoughts on Truth Social to fight back against big tech. Everyone asks me, why does it stand up to big tech? Well, we will be soon.
The Don is back. Oh, I love it. I love it. Man.
So,
yeah,
go ahead.
If whether or not you hate or love Trump, me personally, like his politics and stuff, I'm not gonna get into that. But just as a personality, keeping things entertaining, gotta love him. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm not going to sit here and say that all these different social media companies should have just banned them and kicked them off because it's crazy. He was the president, and yeah, was everything that he was saying truthful? No, they could have just fact checked him. But to ban him off of it, I mean, at the end of the day, we have free speech. So if you guys sit here and say, oh, Trump should be able to, be banned and all this different stuff. Okay, when we really, gain access and gain motion to all his files, and we can really just prove, okay, A led to B in terms of inciting the riots, inciting violence, all the violence and all this stuff. Go ahead. But we're on Twitter every day. Who doesn't say some crazy stuff? And it's just like they don't get banned. They might have their account suspended for a couple of days. Okay, that's understandable. But just to ban them and all this different stuff, I think that's insane because there's so many other people. I mean, I don't follow the Taliban. I didn't even know they had a Twitter. But I mean, I've seen some crazy radical people on both the left and right sides, and also from different countries, and they're able to sit here and talk, as much as they want to on social media. They're able to, whether they want to incite violence against the LGBT community, or just say wild things about them, or just in general minority and marginalized groups. It doesn't matter. And I'm just thinking, okay, so these people, they can say whatever they want when it comes to these things, but Trump, you gotta get him off the platforms. And this is why I like it, because with Truth Social coming out, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all these different companies, I know they shake it in their boots, because this means that this might be the one platform where people can go to where they know they can't get banned like that. And also too, it means that you don't have to necessarily be a liberal, or you don't have to necessarily fall in the line with the status quo of the owners of the company, so that you can actually voice your opinion, because at the end of the day, America is the land of free speech. So if you can't even get on Twitter, if you can't get on social media and just talk as reckless or as non-reckless as you want to without fear of being banned, what's the point of it? So that's why I really like this. And hey, like I said, hey, I know Jack Dorsey sweating, Mark Zuckerberg sweating, maybe Mark Zuckerberg more than anybody, but hey, Sundar Pichai, I know he got some thoughts in the back of his mind too. He's like, oh no, what's going on now? So
I'll say that when it comes to all this, censorship, it's such a hard, sticky road, man. Because it's like, we know they banned. Well, they didn't ban, but they were trying to come at the president of Nigeria for his call to action to, I guess, get like some terrorist group or something out there, and they were like, "Hey, man, you can't promote violence." This Nigerian, he said, "Is Jack Dorsey lost his mind?" Banned the whole shit in the whole country. Now, I'm pretty sure Nigerians still use Twitter. I mean, I don't know how hard
they definitely do.
Yeah, I mean, I see them all the time, but I don't know how hard you can enforce that. But, like, that shit was a wake-up call to me. I'm just like, man. Like, it seemed so, par for the course that they would do it to Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
But, if you think about it, it's like, could you they would do that to any president?
Yeah, but this is what I'll say too, Deza, and also to the viewers. That's what I'll say to you guys if you're wondering, like, do you support Trump? Why do are you Trump? No, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I will say this: when we're talking about people getting banned from social media, especially a president with that much power, that much influence, and stuff like that, that leads you down a very, very strange road, because then it becomes to the point where it's like, okay, if Trump could get banned for something, like that, then who's to say another person, maybe a lower level politician, or even who's to say regular people like you and I can't get banned for just doing regular things? And this also brings up, we can even go away from just Trump. How many times has Boozy been banned from Instagram? How many times have people been banned from Instagram for seemingly unknown reasons? And that's why I say, because then if people are getting banned and they can't really say, oh, this is why I got banned here, this is why I got banned there, these are the rules, it feels like they're just moving the goalposts in terms of what they're banning, why they're banning people. And it seems like this is just a very convoluted way of running a corporation and just running a social media app, because at the end of the day, we are supposed to be social. But now you have to tiptoe on the line or walk on thin ice, and what can I say? What can I not say? I'm trying to build a business, or I'm just trying to build my brand, and maybe I'll get banned if I say something a little off. Again, you might not even have to you might not even have to be a radical person. You could literally just be mentioning something about whether it's a terrorist organization. You could just be mentioning something about who knows what that's, might be a little bit out there, but it's not anything crazy. It's just your honest opinion. And you get banned for it? Like, it's insane. That's insane. But Truth Social is coming through for the win.
Let me tell you right now, man. I mean, the biggest thing to me is like, just I don't understand the bending of the rules. I don't understand how this works. 'Cause, like, I'm not a ridiculous person, right? If someone's out there, telling niggas, hey, yo, I'm gonna murder you, or, but it's like, okay, well, you don't want someone to say that they'll murder you. You don't want any kind of calls to violence, but you can have gangster rap lyrics and gangster song clips about shooting and killing people on there. You can also have OnlyFans and sex content on there.
Yeah, that's also something too. Or you can talk about, there's people even away from just like the killing. There's people who talk about. I've seen drug dealers on here. I've seen people promoting scams and illegal businesses, and I don't just mean like regular people. I mean actual businesses promoting scams and stuff like that. They don't get banned, and it's just all these weird things that are actually illegal. I don't mean like the OnlyFans, but actual things that are illegal according to U.S. law. They just let that fly on the internet. They just let that fly on social media. It's like
funny enough, like, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, from what I can tell, they're doing all this to protect the kids. They need kids to be able to use their products. But that's why I bring up the OnlyFans and the sex content and shit like that. Like, bro, I go on Twitter, I can watch porn. I can literally watch porn on Twitter. And I'm just like, so then what is you're clearly not following just the law. Like, I'm pretty sure that for all these social medias, they're trying to make it a safe place for kids. You know, they have 18 plus and all this other kind of stuff, and, you know, no hate speech and all this kind of stuff. But it's like,
But see, and that's also why
the message is so just all over the place. I don't know we don't know.
Yeah, but see, that's also why I say it's weird too, right? Because I mean, when I was younger, obviously, you know, I'm not a young teenager, a young kid who's like under 18 anymore. But I remember when Facebook first came out, and I signed up. You know, obviously, I didn't say I was like under 18. You know, I put whatever I had to for the year for the birthday. I remember that. But my point is, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff, it's not a place where it's like you only get content that you want to see, right? All of your followers, if they retweet anything, like a kid can literally follow an adult. So if an adult retweets something, now sometimes on Instagram, now they have it to where you have to have a certain age before it like unblurs. But on Twitter, if your followers retweet some porn, if your followers retweet some crazy stuff that you might not even necessarily want to see, you're going to see it anyway. And that goes for kids. If a kid is following some random adults and they retweet some wild stuff, they're going to see it, which is why I say it's also weird that they're going to say, okay, maybe we're doing to do it for the kids, because if it is for the kids, shouldn't there just be a separate section like Netflix Kids? Only for kids? Because if a kid is following an adult or if a kid is following enough people, they're gonna see some stuff just for adults that not safe for work, that shouldn't be seen, and it's a very weird situation we're in.
Frank, I'll tell you right now, I don't even know what a kid is anymore, man, because, you know, you would think a kid is at least, you know, like, obviously a kid's under 18 by the law, but like not really, because you can work. Like, if you start working, you're going to start cursing. You're going to start knowing about porn. You're going to start knowing about all this, you know, you're going to listen to the fucking drill rap and all this gangster shit and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, yo, I'm seeing some of these kids watching TikTok. Bro, little kids coming up to me cursing and shit, saying, yo, you know, all types of words. They say all types of words to me. I'm like, hey, man, how you know that?
SpongeBob when they just got all the animal sounds going on.
You're gonna give the Krusty Krab a fresh coat of paint from top to bottom. Wow! Oh, my foot! What? She just brought a rock in a bath! Can't you see I got a foot here? No, hold on. With a side of that I even helping a boatload of...
Hey, all that shit. Yeah, I'm just like... Yo, and I mean, you go on TikTok and you look at the, like, bro, like, I think the veil around, you know, keeping the kids safe is starting to break, man. I think it's starting to break. And I don't even know if it's useful. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. So, hey, everyone's learning as they go along, bro. If anyone tells you that they got it all figured out, they lying.
They're definitely lying.
They're lying.
And also, too, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, with this Truth Social, the reason I like it, I mean, the whole premise behind it is they're going to be, not necessarily that they're going to be telling the truth, but that the practices are going to be truthful and transparent. I'd rather join up on Truth Social and them say, hey, you got banned for such and such reason, rather than saying, oh, well, you got banned for inciting violence, and you look back, and there's other people tweeting about it, talking about it, and you're like, huh? Or, you get suspended for some crazy stuff. And honestly, too, I've been suspended from my original account on Twitter. I was suspended for spamming. Now, obviously, I didn't follow the rule, but they could have gave me a warning or something. But it's just weird how it's just like, if you're sitting here trying to do some stuff that isn't necessarily like, like spam robot or isn't necessarily like, weird scam type behavior, but some people are getting away with it, some people aren't. Where is the line that you draw? Like, where's the line in the sand? I feel like they literally have people in the lab saying, I don't like him, get him out. I do like him, he can stay. I don't care what he says. And that's just the weird part. And that's why I say Truth Network, it looks like it could thrive. Truth Network, once this drops, it's going to have people on the ropes. It's going to have people sweating, especially over at Facebook, like I said, Twitter, YouTube, all these people. It's going to have people sweating because people are going to be looking like, man, this is the network I could join where I don't have to be afraid to actually fall in line with the rules. I can be myself and do what I need to do to be able to continue building up my online persona. So that's why I like it.
You gonna be a spokesperson for this shit? Shit.
Hey, they pay me. They pay me. Hey,
Yo,
you know
so,
what time it is.
Given all that being said, hey man, it's not like we're just talking shit. Facebook, is having some internal issues with what they got going on. Facebook Oversight Board says Facebook wasn't fully forthcoming about Trump ban. And, we're going to show you guys what they mean. The Facebook Oversight Board says it will review Facebook's Crosscheck program for high-profile users and criticize it for not disclosing enough information about the program. And that's pretty much what me and Frank are talking about, bro. Like, they're literally just doing things and say, hey, it didn't meet our guidance. Then you read the guidance rules, and it's just mad ambiguous. Like, you can't... like, exactly, it's like, they'll cite you for spamming. It's like, okay, is spamming using a spam robot, or is it something more in the middle where you have like a Word document and you rip words from there and put it in, or is it just you tweeted too much? Like, what do you mean spamming? Like,
exactly.
Like, how many tweets can I put before it's spam? You know what I'm telling you? Like, it's not legit. So, in a new transparency report, the Oversight Board, which is Facebook's Oversight Board, a semi-independent body that reviews Facebook's moderation process, publicly accepted a Facebook request to review Crosscheck, sometimes called Xcheck, and recommend changes. Facebook will also share documents related to reporting from Wall Street Journal, which describe Crosscheck as a system that shields millions of VIP users from the company's normal enforcement process.
Nasty work. Nasty. Y'all read it here. It look again that shields millions of VIP users from the company's normal enforcement process. So like me and Days were already saying, there's already people out there that Facebook has their eye on that can bend the rules as they please, get away with stuff because they're considered to be a VIP. They don't have to abide by the normal rules, which is just disgusting. Because if you're using a Facebook platform, if you're using any type of platform that Facebook owns, shouldn't the rules be like? If I'm a VIP person, for instance, I'm not agreeing to a different user terms and agreement than a regular person who's not a VIP, which is why this is so nasty and disgusting. This is why the Truth platform is going to shine a light on all this nasty work going on with big tech, because why should there be different rules for different players? Why should people have to bend the rules in one direction, say, hey, this person's doing this right, this person isn't, but they're basically doing the same thing? It's nasty. It's real nasty work.
Yeah, it's real funny. Yeah, I mean, if I'm being sensible, it's probably gonna be mostly just like a big conservative Republican hub. But at the end of the day, I would like to see a more left and liberal people adopting it, giving these social media some competition, and if they do what they say they're gonna do, like shit, beat them out there too. Yeah, that's tricky. Yo, Facebook. I mean, all these social medias go hard on conservative and Republican content. They go hard on them. They go real hard. I mean, I don't know about YouTube. Nah. All the social medias, they go. I mean, like in terms of promotion, the dollars they spend, what they're putting in front of most people's eyes. Oh yeah, I mean, they shut that shit down. So we'll see how this does. We'll see what it does for this. I mean, there are some other social media sites, but they're not popping. They need a big name like Trump to be able to get somewhere. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, and also too, you guys can kind of see that last quote, right? So the board calls it not acceptable that Facebook didn't initially mention Crosscheck was a factor in its moderation of former President Donald Trump, who was banned for violating Facebook's policies against inciting violence. It also says that Facebook should not have entered or should not have referred to Crosscheck as covering a small number of decisions when its true scope was clearly far wider. I mean, it's basically what we've been saying the whole time, guys. But it's also like, and that's why I say it's just such a weird thing, right? So Trump gets banned for inciting violence. Not saying we couldn't have suspended him or gotten him off for a couple of days, but it's just like I could literally pull up some Twitter handles on right now with people posting fight videos, which like I say inciting violence. Or for instance, right? Didn't Pop Smoke, for all of you out there that are into hip hop, that are into drill music and stuff, didn't Pop Smoke get killed because he was beefing with some other gang members, and they basically got his address from Instagram, and that all transpired through the Instagram platform owned by Facebook. So that's not considered violence or anything that you guys see where people are reporting on Instagram, people are reporting on Facebook about all the crazy stuff going on, people getting killed, robbed and stuff. That's not inciting violence. But this is, I mean, and I know it sounds crazy. I'm no conservative. It's not like I'm just like all gung-ho about Truth Network, but it's just like we can't have this no more. We can't have it to where people are just getting checked for no type of reason, but other people are just, they VIP, let them slide. Oh, they can bend the rules. Oh yeah, for sure, let it happen. It's just weird, guys. It's just weird, and hey, hopefully you guys are paying attention. So
I mean, I think the greatest thing we ever saw was like even more than the Trump thing is the interview that Jack Dorsey had on Joe Rogan with the Indian lady and Tim Pool, like that like you could just see that like they just don't do whatever they want. They just want to do whatever they want.
For sure.
Did you watch that?
I think I watched clips of it where he was just trying to get them to talk. There's a whole bunch of running around, just ducking through the point, because I think Joe's being direct as to why are you guys banning? What is the exact policy, stuff like this. And they were like, well, the team has to kind of look into it and figure out on a case-by-case basis if it makes it. Yeah, we're not trying to hear that. We're not trying to hear none of that. We're trying to hear the actual rule, because if it's a user term and agreement that we agree to, and they say, hey, you violated this, guys, if I go out right now and commit a crime, they're going to say, yeah, okay, they'll arrest me. But once it goes into court and they charge me, they're going to say, according to this penal code and this county and this zip code, you did this wrong. They can literally point it out. So that's why it's weird. These are billion-dollar corporations, and they're telling me they have to review it on a user basis and do this. Like, imagine you went to court for a crime, or imagine you guys go to court for a traffic violation, like you ran a red light or you got a parking ticket or something. You have to go to court, pay it off or something, and they said, well, you got to wait before you pay it because you may go to jail, you may not, because we got to have the board back there, review it on a user case-by-case basis. You're going to look at them crazy like, no, there's a certain fine, and I did this is the law. No, they're sitting here saying we got to do a case-by-case basis, we got a team to review, we got all these different laws and regulations. They're just going to say, you wait it out, we'll come back and tell you what punishment we'll give you, which is why this is so weird, guys. This is why this
and
is
it's
so
not
weird.
waited out in the comfort of your own home, it's waited out in jail.
Yeah, it is.
It's waited out in
That's
jail.
the crazy part. Imagine getting booked. Imagine getting sent to jail before you even got processed. That's what they did to Trump. They banned him, and then they explain what happened.
It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. I mean, hey, it's such a weird thing because I see both sides of the argument when it comes to like, on one hand, these are private companies that can decide whatever they want. But on the other hand, literally, public officials are putting out information. Like, this is where information exists for the vast majority of people to, get. Niggas, like, newspaper is dead. Like, you need to know. Like, it's a direct communication with your officials. Like, and this is where they're specifically going. It's like, I don't even know anymore, man. I don't know. This shit is weird.
I don't know. And also, this is one final point I want to bring up. Away from the crime, away from all the, I mean, not the crime, but just away from, like the whole Trump thing. If you guys go on Twitter, for instance, there's people out there in the stock markets and the crypto markets being exposed for insider trading, being exposed for doing having like shady business practices and stuff like this, and they get exposed, but they're still allowed to have their accounts. They're still allowed to kind of operate and speak on all the different assets that you want to invest in any way that they want to, no matter how truthful or not truthful it is. And that's crazy.
A dude just stole 86 ETH and was on Twitter Spaces apologizing.
Oh Lord.
How did dude not get banned?
Oh Lord.
How you not get? Because he did it on Discord. Used he hacked the Discord. You didn't get. I don't know if he got banned from Discord, but his Twitter is still there. Like, that's high level theft.
That's high level theft. But I mean, even higher level. I mean, Nancy Pelosi has literally been caught where her she made like some type of decision in law, and she's been caught where her husband was insider trading based off of the news that she dropped and made millions of dollars. And not just Nancy Pelosi. There's other high up senators and politicians that have done insider trading. Been caught on Twitter. You ain't gonna get her. They get no ban, no nothing.
You ain't gonna get her.
Facebook also, too. I've seen it. I've seen the post on Facebook. They out here on Facebook discussing everything. Have they been banned? No, it's crazy.
Hey man, shit wild out here. But guys, definitely. I mean, I say try out Trump's Truth Network and see for yourself if it can bridge the gap between the consumers, the celebs, and the policymakers. And
yeah, guys, I mean, just to kind of wrap this all up too, I would say, obviously big tech. I'm long on big tech. On my stock portfolio. This is no new news to you guys, but just do watch out as this Truth Network. From what I know, it'll be dropping literally in November. I want to say November 12th for VIP users, and then after November, it's going to be dropping for everybody else in Q1 2022. So basically, the VIP guests, they'll get the new access, they'll get the invites to it. But basically, the way this is headed, it seems like Truth Network and this, the Trump Media Group, this might start to be a actual publicly traded stock or actual something that you can actually legitimately invest in. So do watch out for that, because again, guys, the way that this is poised to kind of take over the social media and kind of just fight back against big tech doing whatever kind of whatever practices or operating how they want to, it seems like this could be a great investment long term for just in terms of social media platforms, social media apps that just give people the ability to grow, the ability to continue using the platform without any type of maybe I'll get banned. So like I said, guys, just keep in mind, maybe we see a TMTG stock coming out, or maybe even a Truth App stock coming out in the near future.
I need that crypto. Need that token.
Maybe
Web3. I need that Web3.
Yeah, it could be a Web3 token, something like that. So, just keep in mind. So, Facebook, the stock, Twitter, the stock, Google, because Google owns YouTube. And then just, keep your eyes to the, eyes peeled, ears to the streets for this Trump Media and Technology Group if they do have a stock or crypto or anything coming out, because that could be a damn good investment. So,
and remember, guys, a lot of these things are, at least Facebook is under hot water. They're under hot water right now. And they want to make a whole change to the Facebook or something like that. They're trying to become like a metaverse, I think they're trying to go fully Web3. See what happens. We'll see what happens. Hey, guys, definitely let us know in the comments. What do you guys use more, Facebook or Twitter? What do you think is going to be here for the next 10 years, Facebook or Twitter, if you had to choose one? But other than that, peace.